Kaspa is on the rise. What can we expect next year on this asset? As I said, I am looking for a new all-time high. This is what I said in the last update. Until we get acceptance back into this consolidation, into this channel right here, this never happens. So we've got a new all-time high, and of course, as I said, I am going to show the new all-time high really if we do something that never happened again. So I'm not shorting this yet. I took some few scalps of this, of course, but yeah, I'm not taking the short. Yeah, I'm going to explain you what we can expect on this asset here with a wave really, so we can really know the next possible move. Okay, I'm going to cover everything. So we can now delete this channel again. Delete this channel. I'm deleting on this MEXC channel right here. But if you're, for example, on Bybit doing your chartings, keep this one here in a folder, because otherwise the channels are extremely well respected even if we break from here. Okay, you can see, for example, we break, flip to support. Maybe later, if one day we come back down here, we can get some reactions. Okay. On this being said, I'm gonna remove that because yeah, I have it on Bybit already, on the Bybit price, so to speak, right here, for example. Okay, right there I have it. You can see on that price on the Bybit chart. But the thing is now, so what we can look for, first of all, we have some different higher time frame possible plans. So make sure to go and watch at the latest update to really fully understand what I'm going to say here, and why, for example, here we can look for two different configurations to the upside. In any case, there is not a big difference. The last push to the upside is almost the same. Okay, so first of all sorry, we have this first possibility where this push to the upside here is an ABC zigzag. So to speak here, what do we have to the upside? We have a 5 waves impulsive, okay, leading by the way here. A correction, double the XY truncated. How we can recognize that? Simply because the RSI make a new low here, okay, and also with a small wave. You can check this out on your site. From here, so double the XY complete the B wave, so 5 waves correction, and then in the C wave we do have another 5 waves. So here more likely impulsive, because we have done a really quick push to the upside. And so when we do this kind of push to the upside really quick, this is more likely as always an impulsive or an ABC zigzag. But as we're in a C wave, it can be only 5 waves. So the thing is now, this is the first possible configuration. As always, you know, I think if you're watching me for quite a while now, you know that if we have an A, B, C zigzag to the upside, in that case we'll have a 5 waves correction, 5 waves pan. What it can be, what is also pan that have the exact same smaller wave, it's simply a bigger impulsive to speak here. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive to the upside. Okay, so 5 waves correction, 5 waves correction, and another 5 waves. So ABC, wave 3, and then drop. Okay, C wave, after the C wave we drop. If we're in an impulsive after the wave 3, we get a wave 4 and 5. So we get a bit of a drop, but we still push high next for a wave 5. Okay, so these are the two different configurations. So you understood. In that case, if you want to really bet on both scenarios, you short in that case a wave 3 top to bet on the C wave top for a bigger drop, or just for a smaller drop before to make a new high. Okay. Sorry, so the thing is now, let's move on the lower time frame here. Like, let's take this push to the upside here, so we can understand what wave we have here to the upside, what are the smaller wave of this, and how you can look for, so you can really answer the question if we have to short right now or not. This, of course, will have been a short, but again, for me, it was 4 a.m. here, so I was definitely sleeping. So for me, when I really hate to jump late in my trade. So I'm taking the trade on the target, otherwise it's nothing. Even if we do this, for example, late next, I am not going to take the trade, simply because my entry is here and not here. I am not going to risk the same. I'm going to risk a lot less here. I mean, I will have to decrease a lot of the trade size, and the reward is not possibly the same due to the way I'm going to plan with. So that's why it's on the target or nothing for me. It's the way I'm trading, and if you want to jump in late, jump in late. But what we can look for here with the smaller wave, we have some different configuration, of course, okay? But if you check at the RSI, okay, so on a bit of a bigger time from here, you can see that we keep doing a new high on the RSI. When this happens, because we are still in the wave 3. So now, normally, we should be done with the wave 3, okay? And so if we're done with the wave 3, we'll have to look for the wave 4, right? So what we can look for here with the smaller wave, it's more likely done on this top right here, okay? And so what, if we already took the highs, is it possible, for example, to be done like this? Yes, it is absolutely something possible. Now, personally, the other side make a new low here, you can see, okay? So I will take more likely the wave 4 like this, and the wave 5 to do a bit later, okay? Maybe I'm wrong on this, I don't know. This was the target plan in any case. So if you was limited time here and was not sleeping, this was a short take in any case. But with the wave we have right now, we have this possible configuration sorry, where we have this ABC flat. Let me just remove this right here real quick. So we have a possible ABC flat into that wave 4 right here. Let me just go on a bit of a lower time frame and show you what is this ABC flat. So A wave correction for the B, and then we do have a 5 waves to the downside. And so if you check out this, we do have a possible wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. Of course, it's not just by checking out a smaller wave. You have, of course, to check out the targets. So what are the targets? B wave 123, 127. These are the more likely targets into a crypto market. And so again, we'll go exactly into the 123, 127, the perfect target for a retracement of a flat. Okay, so in that case, this brings us with this possible ABC flat here into that wave 4. And yeah, if we have to do the wave 5 next, what we can do to find the targets of that wave 5, how it is possible to find this, that is going to complete, by the way, if you understood that right, the red 5 waves here are going to complete the C wave, because we need to get 5 waves into the C, or as always, the wave 3 top of this impulsive to the upside. Okay, so what we can do here is simply to pull the 1, 2, 3, the wave 3 targets, or the C wave targets, and in addition to this, to find, of course, the smaller wave of this, because the thing is now, if you pull your extension tool, I mean, you can still do, by the way, this, you can pull extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top, to the wave 4 bottom we have done. Okay, gonna place it like this to be really accurate, and gonna move this on the right with let's go with 350. Yeah, perfect. The thing is now, the first target normally, you know, when you have all of this, you need to pull let me just remove that for the moment. Bam. First of all, you know, normally you have the 618, then you have the 121 extension, then you have the 1618, and then you have the 2618. The premise now, the 618, I mean, bringing us with clearly something that is truncated. Wait, truncated simply when the wave 5 stop before the wave 3 top. So again, this is less probable. Next target, 121 extension, again, truncated, so less probable. Then we have the 1618. It will be better to break the, we will break in that case the wave 3 top. As you can see, we will break this wave 3 top, not the top of the top, but this wave 3 top, so it's fine. But normally the most probable target is to go into this 2618 minimum. Okay, so I'm gonna add only here the 2618. Now, yes, still be aware of the targets before. I mean, I will be aware of the 120 extension only to be the 1618 if you have to pull a fib within, I mean, before the real top here. So this will be the two targets really. Now, yeah, of course, the most probable as always is to go and reach the 2618. Now, what you can add in confluence with this, by the way, for the wave 4, before to look for the wave 5, simply pull your retracement tool from the wave 3 top to the wave 3 root, okay, or you just have to do the opposite if you did not reverse Studio Twin your settings. I did reverse on my tool, so it's from the top to the bottom. From here, you're going to add your 23.6, 31, 32, and 38.2. 31, 32 is the MC fib retracement, MC fib. Okay, and you can see this display really well these days. That's pretty cool. This is something you're not going to get in the wave books, for example, because this is part of whips. Yeah, Bitcoin moving. Just 2 seconds, please. All right. So this is per my experience, so this is not something you're going to find in the books. But anyway, so these are the wave 4 targets. If we start breaking this, remember this is not looking good at all for higher directly. Okay, I mean, yeah, it's still possible. We're going to see to cover this. So the thing is now, once we have done these 5 waves, okay, we are going to look for the biggest C wave top, okay, or the bigger wave 3 top. If we're in the wave 3, what we have to do here to simply pull the extension tool. So again, the bottom is, yeah, is not here. Wave 1, right here. This is the top. I can't remember which one is the top. So we just have to pull the extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top, okay, to the wave 2 bottom here. From here, you're going to add your target, so to speak here, 120 extension, your 1618. So as you can see here, normally if we are in the wave 3, we normally have more chance to reach a minimum here, $0.070, because as always, the wave 3 normally, I mean, have only 2% chance, for example, to stop on the 120 extension. Now remember, if we're in the ABC zigzag, it's possible to stop before. In that case, these are the targets, so MC extension, 618, 71, 786, you have the 2 fibs in addition to the 618. This is the MC extension, then 120 extension, 1823, and the last target 1618. Can we do an extension, go really above this in the C wave? Yes, absolutely. So still be aware of that. But if we really start to bring above, I will be more looking for an impulsive and not the ABC zigzag anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna take this first of all, to be honest with you, because this is what happened most of the time. But still be aware of the ABC zigzag to the upside. It's very important. So this right here is the most probable move we're going to do here, because as always, a wave 3 have more chance to reach minimum here is the 1618. So this is the next real big zone of resistance, if you can say that. Once we reach it down again, this is a most common wave 3 targets. Can we still break above this and continue higher? Yes, absolutely. Why? Because this is just one target, many others. We have still the 200% next, the the 2618, sorry, here, the 3618 and the 423.6. All of these right here are some wave 3 targets. So if we have to do something really crazy big to the upside, we can do really something crazy big to the upside. Okay, it's absolutely something possible. Now the thing is, let's stay realistic. We can say that we're not too bullish or not too bearish. Once we have done the 1618, okay, let's stay neutral to speak. Once we have done this 1618, what we have to do again, I'm gonna be here to update the chart, but just so you can do it on yourself, on your side. For example, I cannot update the chart. You just have to pull your retracement tool, like the red wave 4, okay? You just have to pull it from the wave 3 top, the white wave, to the wave 3 root, okay? Or the opposite, as always, if you reverse your tool, add your wave 4 target. So once again, 23.16, 31.32 the MC fib, and then we'll have the 38.2. What we have done here is simply a quite small retracement, not gonna lie. I've done something like 23.6 MC fib again, by the way. 30.2, it depends of the low. But yeah, so once we have done something very small, normally we look for something big next. So in that case here, we have to add the 50%, okay? If the wave 2 is regular, the wave 4 gonna be a regular weight. So what's a regular wave 2? It's simply when the wave 2 retraces between the 50, 618, 66%. We have normally 73% chance to retrace between these two targets. But again, if we have to push high sometime, we can be really bullish and do some very small retracement. So smaller the wave 2 is normally, bigger the wave 4 gonna be. So we can look here for a possible 50% retracement. Now the bison really and the most probable target of this wave 4 is between the 38.2 and the 50%. So this right here will become the bison really. You can still be over the 31, 32 because sometimes when you're in a very strong uptrend, we're retracing there. But this should be normally, and this is the more likely target retrace in most of the time. It's all about probabilities as always. Once we have done the wave 4, if again this is not a C wave time, we do not just drop massively from here. If we're in the wave 4 and we are going to do the wave 5 next, how do you find a wave 5 target? It's very simple. You take your extension tool. Oh, by the way, this was not well placed at all. Okay, so this was completely wrong, by the way. My bad, I completely misclicked this right there. So this was not... Okay, so this right here is a wave 3 target, by the way, so it's not that high, it's just right here, okay, so it's a bit below right there, and so yeah, this right here is a most probable target. Cool, misclicked that, sorry about this. So yeah, so in that case, wave 4 retracement next. Okay, and so how to place and to find a wave 5 target next, you just take your third click of the extension tool. Okay, so first click wave 1 root, second click wave 1 top, third click wave 4 bottom. So let's take the case that we go and do the 50%. From here we're going to add our wave 5 target, so 618. Okay, if we do a 50% here, 618 again, more likely truncated, so we think about more likely the next target. So 1-to-1 extension, then we'll have the 1618, and then we'll have the maximum target to 618. So we push higher, we are in an extension, and we can look for the smaller wave to find a target, but this we are going to recognize that live in the time. It's impossible to predict this. Okay, so these are the more likely waves we should reach in that case if we stay with the most common impulse. If, for example, here is the upside, we should reach normally $0.071, and the wave 3, by the way, is at, so not 0.70 or whatever, it's 69, 0.69, it's not, there is not a big difference, so 0.68, 0.069, 0.068, somewhere around, around this price really. Okay, so yeah, this is the next resistance. Now if we start really, as I said, so breaking this and, for example, reaching really high targets and go, for example, for the 200% to 618, what we have to do and how we can find the targets of that wave 5, because, you know, I played this small extension tool here. These are the wave 5 targets, right? So if we start getting acceptance above, then this is an extension. And how can you find the wave targets? Because now you're really above this 2618. It's very simple. You just have to find a small wave. So, for example, here we already have a possible wave 1, 2. I'm just gonna remove and hide some few stuff there, so it's more easier for you to read. So wave 1, wave 2, and then we look for the wave 3, 4, 5, and we add these smaller waves targets, so we can really get the target of this push to the upside with maybe a bit more, so we can be a bit more accurate, for example. Okay. So anyway, this is what we can expect on this asset next release. So as always, if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to smash that like, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications. Thank you so much if you take the time to do it. And if you can also write some comments down below, by the way, it helps a lot as always. Thank you so much for this also. Anyway, have a brilliant day, take care, and catch you all in the next one. Cheers.